Hey. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, that means that you're wondering, do you have what it takes, or are you willing to give a future husband or potential husband these things? Or you might be thinking, I wonder why he picked her over me, and what did she do differently that I didn't do, and what needs did she meet that I know I can meet. All right, so this video is for you. Who are we, baby?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Terrence and Jill, a God-Ordained union. And
Yes.
we're here strictly for one thing. Our mission is to help increase kingdom marriage.
Yes. So our story is simple. We did not settle. We waited for our person. Yes. I was over 50 when I got married, never had any children, refused to just be married to be married. I knew that God had a specific person for me, and I waited. My husband waited 16 years between the time you got divorced and we filed our marriage license. And so, we're here to encourage and inspire you. If you want to be married, God ordains marriage, and He has your person. The thing is that you got to make sure you're not distracted. You got to make sure you're not rushing God's timing. You got to make sure you realize what's blocking you from getting to your person. And so this channel is all about that. So make sure you subscribe. Catch us live.
Yes, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. We go live. Subscribe, share our videos, and all that good stuff. All right. So we got a list today. 10 things my husband about to share. For the most part, what men need in women. So what your future husband is going to need from you to meet his needs. Now, ladies, we'll talk about it another time, what you're going to need from what your future husband is going to need.
What you're going to need.
What you're going to need. Right. Yes, that. But today is all about what the man needs. And so, ladies, let's listen. All right. Let's listen to what the man needs. He's telling you. Now, it's probably many more things on this.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's many more.
Right. So, men, if you're listening to this video, make sure you drop down at the bottom. Feel free to add what men generally need and from their woman in their relationship, from their wife in the relationship. So I'm turned over to this man because he does it well. All right. So, baby, let's start off. What do you all need? What will these women's future husband need from them?
Well, first of all, we're going to need a God-fearing woman. We're going to need a God-fearing woman. The one thing that I love about you is you pray for me.
Okay.
I know we pray together. I know we pray individually, but I also know that when I'm not with you, whether I'm at work, whether I'm doing something, if you're going to pray for me outside of us praying together. And to me, I feel personally, that's probably brought me through some things that I may have never gotten through, or at least not in the time frame, because maybe I didn't pray myself to get through those things. But knowing that you're praying for me every day, that just brings me to a whole nother level of saying, yeah, she's the one for me because she got me.
Okay.
You're going to make sure I'm covered if I don't make sure I'm covered.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
So God-fearing also means like fruitfulness and filled with the Holy Spirit.
Being our cheerleader. We need somebody that's in our corner, but we also need that prayer warrior to make sure that, yes, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. What's number 2?
Number 2, we're going to need somebody that brings out the best in us.
Ooh.
There's a thing that women can say to a man to make him feel he can walk on water, that he can fly. So when it comes to us reaching whatever goals we got, I know that you're going to bring out the best, but also, women, we've told y'all, I think y'all heard enough that men look at women as if we dating up. So even when we get married, we need that woman, that wife, to be that person that make us feel we have to bring our A game every day. We have to continue to strive to be better because she deserves it. And we feel like we're dating up. We married up. So we just can't sit around and be a slouch all day.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot to say about that, but I'll hold my comments. But good to know. All right. What's number 3?
And three, we need a woman to be faithful.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. You see it on social media all the time. And the one thing I feel personally, I don't ever want to have to do, and I've never had to do it with you, is I don't want to worry what you're doing when we're not together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you decide to go out with the girls, and I don't want to sit there saying, oh, who's she talking to? Who she done let walk up on her? And who's trying to slide in a DM? You know, that's drama that I don't need in my life.
Yeah.
So I need someone that I know is faithful and is going to be faithful to our marriage. And so that's huge.
And one of the things, ladies, that I will say that a man, because a lot of these things that you're saying on this list, he does not have to wait till he gets married to get these things. He can tell these things before you're married. If you
that's what's going to make him put that ring on your finger faster, by knowing that he see these qualities in you beforehand while y'all are still dating.
Right. And so one of the red flags about faithfulness, that a man, I know that a man looks at, because we talked about this many times, is that they're going to look at the girlfriends you hang around. And if you got girlfriends that are cheating on their husbands, or you got girlfriends that, you know, that are not really trustworthy, and even you know, those are going to be red flags that's going to say, well, I don't know if this person can be quote unquote faithful to me. And so, and even how, you know, the guy, you might have guy friends hang around you, and that you might have, that the man may have raised the eyebrow about, and it's like, okay, I don't really know. You say the relationship is platonic, but I don't really know if there were feelings before, if, you know, and so, so it's going to be a lot of telling signs to know if he can trust you, and if he knows that you can be faithful to him. Not just faithful does not mean, faithful does not mean just, infidelity, or it could also mean, is she going to be faithful to me, that what we talk about, that it's not going to go to another person, that she's not going to tell our business to other people, that she's faithful, that I can trust her with, you know, with we're
going to share some stuff with you that nobody knows. Right.
Yes. And is she faithful and committed to us? So yeah. What's number 4?
Number 4 is she got my back no matter what. I mean, you talking about loyal. And here's the thing, men, we know we're not perfect. We know we're going to get something wrong every now and then. But what we don't need is our woman being the one that tries to call us out in public amongst other friends, especially when you got people that are always looking for a way to break us up anyway. We don't need to break each other up. So I need someone that's going to have my back. Men are going to need a woman that's going to have their back no matter what.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. And
that's huge.
Yeah. And even having your back also means that looking out for the best in that man. So when you're behind closed doors, you know, is a way you approach a situation, that even if he's wrong about a situation, it's a way that we speak to them and say, no, you've got to take accountability because of X, Y, and Z. And that's basically goes back to even bringing out the best in him. And so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
The next one is, we have to feel like we can't live without you. It's not saying I love you, I want to be with you. It's saying I don't want to know what it feels to wake up another day without you being next to me.
Wow.
You have to, when I look at you, I want you to say, this man still looks at me the same way he did the very first time he saw me.
Wow.
And that, I want that every day. I don't want it just every now and then.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I know how couples talk about getting tired of being around each other over time. And this, no, I want to date you. I want to be in love with you every single day that we're together. And I don't want to ever have a feeling of what it feels like to be without you.
And that goes back to connection. That connection, like when that person, like where I feel like I can't go too long without my husband. Like I feel like, where's my husband? Like I need to, like, I work all day, but I know that, and even you must be, because my husband out the random, he would text me a song or say, I love you throughout the day. Like he feels like when we're apart, like he's
I
gotta,
want to make sure I send you a reminder.
yes,
That no matter how your day going, you know, wherever I am, I'm thinking about you.
right.
So yeah, I need for you to know that.
Wow. Okay. What's the
Now,
next
the
one?
next one is we need to have a woman that is sexy and so beautiful, but she doesn't know it. You know, it's one thing, and here's what I mean by that she doesn't know it. It's not saying you don't have any confidence or any self-esteem, but what I'm saying is you have a beauty about you that other people can see, and you're kind of naive of it.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like, yeah.
It's like I'm looking at you and I'm like, oh my goodness, we need to go home. And you're like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, no, just get in the car. Let's go home. You know, because you turn me on, you do it for me, you know, and there's going to be moments when you might not feel like you're pretty, or you might not feel like what you have on is sexy, but you don't know what it's doing to me. It's like, no, where we going? We're doing a U-turn. We're going back to the crib.
See, and that goes back to, I think when women wear their beauty as their entire image, it could make a person ugly. Like everything has got to be about their hair, their makeup, their outfit, their designer, their shoes. Everything is about the aesthetics that literally can come across as it's basically like you're hiding really your inner beauty.
Right.
You're hiding your inner beauty. So okay. And what's the next one? What is it? We 6 or 7?
We're on number 6, I believe.
Okay, so what's
and the next one is, you know, I needed to be drama free. I need my peace. You know, after all the stuff that we're doing outside the home and at work and the stuff we're putting up with, especially Black men in America and how we're treated, okay, I need to be able to come home and know that I'm going to have peace in my own home. That's going to be huge. And not to say that we're not going to disagree or have a disagreement or argument or something, but just knowing that you're not spitefully trying to do stuff as if you're still single or well, it's not the two of us. You know, you gotta have some peace.
Yeah, I know that they said I ain't gonna say this is what we do. The man provides the home, but it's the woman who creates the environment, and it's out. And the men need women. Your future husband is gonna need you to be able to create that environment of peace, so that when he comes home, he ain't got to run to no man cave. Like the whole house is a place of peace. That's his place to to be peaceful. Yeah.
Now here's something that I think is going to kind of sound weird, but you turn me on for no reason. And what I mean by that is, for those of you that are spiritually connected, there's a connection that you can have with a woman outside of physical. That's on a whole nother level. And that right there turns me on more than anything. Is saying I feel like there's a connection on top of a connection. Almost like there's so many reasons why you turn me on. It's like, yeah, that's what's up. That's my girl right there.
Yeah, so let me just tell you, ladies, most men, their love language is touch and feel. So they're gonna need you to be able to touch them often, and they're gonna need to.
It's the intimacy. It's being able to walk up to you and not feeling like I can't put my arms around you. Or I can't touch you. Or I can't, you know what I mean?
They're gonna need to know that they can freely
I might
touch
reach
you.
over and put my hands on your legs while I'm driving.
Right.
I mean, it's not trying to be nasty or inappropriate. It's just saying, you know, there's a connection that makes me want to put my hands on you and touch you and feel that energy going between the two of us. You know.
Yeah, so they're gonna need that from you. Yeah. So if you're not, that's not your love language, I'm going to tell you that. Men need to touch. They're gonna need to touch. Either they're gonna not only need to touch you, but they're gonna need you to touch them everywhere.
So
they're gonna need touch. So,
I mean, why would you get married if you can't have that intimacy with somebody to feel free to touch them You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, it ain't trying to be inappropriate. It's just saying,
right.
what was if you don't trust me enough to let me touch you, then
yeah,
I don't even understand that concept. I can't even put it into words. So, but yeah.
All right, what's number 9?
Number 9 is she got to have a passion for life. And what I mean by that is just exploring, learning new stuff, create new memories together, doing things, looking to build and create and expand. And it can't be, we stuck here and today is the same way it's going to be now for the rest of our life. No, you got to have a passion for life. Let's get out and try things and do things and experience things and have some fun and
Yeah, so ladies, your future husband, he's going to need you to turn on his world, basically. He's going to need you to send that spark that's going to open up a whole new world that he's never known of. He's going to, and I think that's one of the main things that separates why why a man is saying that this is my wife. Because it's almost like when he gets his rib, you open up a whole new passion for him. The connection is back there. It's the word. It's like he got his rib back. So that passion for life is like opened up. It illuminates. And so yeah.
We've done videos in the past, and we talked about on a couple of them where we're saying sometimes it's not the place that wasn't exciting. It's the fact that you didn't go with the right person. But now we're married. So you are the right person. So we should be able to go wherever we're going to go. And that place, if there's any type of beauty in that place, we're going to be able to bring it out because we're with the right people.
Yeah, you're passionate.
You know what I mean? And so sometimes it's not just saying we need to do something that's expensive or we need to fly across the country or the world. Sometimes you just need to go somewhere with the right person. And when you get married, that should be the right person to be there with and bring out the best, the most romantic, the beauty, the pictures. Everything is going to make that better because you're with that person you're supposed to be with.
So ladies, if you have a date night and you only go to the drive-through of the McDonald's, be passionate about it. Be passionate about it. Got them slow jams playing. You dipping the French fries in the milkshake. Y'all haven't just be. They need that. They need you to be passionate about everything because that sparks something in them. That opens up something in them because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be around anybody that's not going to make them feel good. And so passion, when you're passionate about things, however minute it is, whatever it is, if you're passionate about it, that's like almost like a game changer. It's like, that's what you got to have a And this is the thing, and tell me if I'm wrong. Let me tell you what one of the things that they looking at, if you're passionate about, cooking for them. Cooking for them. If you put passion into cooking a meal for them, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people, well, she don't cook. It's not even so much about she don't cook. It's about she doesn't have a passion to serve a nice and create a nice meal.
You know where you can get that from, though? An example is look at your grandparents.
Yeah.
Look at how your grandmother sit there and she's fixing that food and she's doing it and preparing it
for
and
your
doing all this for your grandfather and you're like, oh my God, she's going over and beyond and she loves it. Why?
Yes.
Because she take that seriously. She takes that. She know there's another woman that will put the energy into fixing his plate if she don't fix it.
The way I grew up, and my mother did the same thing for my stepfather, but this is what they would do. We were taught you never fix your man's plate on a paper plate. You always give him. I don't care if you give it. Everybody else got paper plates. You give a glass plate. You give a plate. You fix that plate up. You make that plate so nice and full. That's how when we was first dating. I would make his breakfast. I mean, fill that plate up. give him a big old, his tall glass of whatever he's drinking. I started that from the beginning, from day one. Like, that's passion, putting passion into something. And so that's what they look at. They look at, and they're going to need that from women. And they don't talk about this a lot, but they need passion in everything. And everything you do for them, they need you to want to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the last one that I'm going to cover on this video
Number
is
10.
We need to trust you enough to be emotionally vulnerable. Men don't talk about that a lot, but I'm going to tell you something that I recognized immediately is when Obama was president. I used to hear how news reporters would be so disrespectful to him. But then tomorrow morning, he'll be back being that same old Barack, out like yesterday never took place. And I'm going to tell you, in my head, I'm thinking only Michelle got him back to being who he was. I know when he got in the Oval Office or got into their bedroom, I know he was like, if I catch that reporter tomorrow, I'm going to bust him.
She's like, no, we go high. When they go low, we go high.
This is what we're going to do. And she knew how to get her man. Recharge, start him anew, get him fresh. So tomorrow when he opened the doors and the reporters saw him, he was back being that charismatic, suave guy that we voted for. And there's nobody that can do that better than a wife. And that's what we're going to need. We're going to need a place, a safe place where we know if we need to cry, if we need to shout, if we need to throw a rock, whatever it is, we can do that with our wives, and they got us.
And they ain't going to tell their friends. Yes. They ain't going to tell.
That's something that's going to the grave. And she going to have me ready. So tomorrow morning when I go back to work, I'm not looking for road rage. I'm not leaving the house already with road rage in me. I'm already started back anew. I'm prayed up. I'm ready, and I can start tomorrow off as if yesterday never took place.
And you could, and knowing that their wife is not going to say a sly little comment. Why you crying? Why you this?
Using that against us.
Why you? Oh, you look. Oh, I don't like because a lot of women don't like to see the weakness in men. I'm telling you, that's what's going to cost you.
But here's the thing: if a man cannot be vulnerable in front of his own wife, then he may do it once. But if you ever use that against him, you'll never see him be vulnerable again. And then from that point on, you're gonna be like, I don't know why you're so cold and callous.
Yeah,
because you taught him he can't trust you.
And you know what they'll do? They'll go find it from somewhere else. They'll go find it from another woman. And this is the thing: they don't have to necessarily be physically with another woman to have those deep, intimate conversations with another woman, which is still infidelity. So be careful if they can't, and men will know it from the beginning if they can be vulnerable with you. They'll know it. So
yeah. So those are the things I feel that a husband needs from his future wife.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Men, again, if you're watching this video, please drop more at the bottom, because women, we really want to get it right. Women really want to get it right. And the way we're wired and indoctrinated and the way we were raised, a lot of us, we're missing it. And we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. And so, men, please drop them down. We're not saying these 10 are all.
These aren't the only 10.
Yes.
These are just what was on the top of my head.
Yes.
My thought process when we wanted to do the video.
Yes. And to be quite transparent, there's some things that I had to brush up on, like, for instance, the touch, because that's not my love language. That was not my love language. And so now, because that's my husband, learned that that's my husband's love language. Then, so there's some things that, this is a give take thing. Like, you got to go in there knowing you serving your husband. Yeah. So, and he's going to serve you too. But the point is, you got to serve, know what your responsibilities are. And so, men, drop more at the bottom. This is a safe space. So drop more at the bottom. And so,
no doubt.
So is that it, baby?
That's it for today.
All right. I think that's it. All right.
You guys have a great remainder of your evening.
Yes. And we'll see you on the next video. Deuces.